Yeah, I did that. So listen, I know I've been missing for a minute. It's been a minute. I know you miss me, but you're gonna forgive me because today we've got a very special guest for you. And before I spoil it for you, let's go and meet him. Adolf.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Cool.
What's happening?
So good.
Pose. This is Adolf David. Adolf learns at Gabriel Tapopi Secondary School in Ongwediva, Oshana region, Namibia. Adolf is passionate about computers, technology, and coding. He has been working on a delivery app for the past 5 months. So before we start, I want us to start by addressing the elephant in the room, okay? The name Adolf. Because let me say that name has, well, a bit of some history to it. So yeah, who named you Adolf?
I mean, okay, they're obviously my father, but contrary to popular belief, it's not. I was not named after the ruthless dictator.
Yeah. At least you said it yourself. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was named after my grandfather, which, matter of fact, was a pastor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Plot twist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So last week I happened to be scrolling on LinkedIn. I was actually on a call. And I was scrolling on LinkedIn, and I think it was last week Tuesday. Scrolling on LinkedIn, and already LinkedIn is a lot of pressure because if people think Instagram is pressure, LinkedIn has a lot more pressure. There's people achieving stuff, and then there's this boy who learns at GT High School who even has a LinkedIn account. When I was in high school, I didn't have a LinkedIn account. What is LinkedIn? And on top of that, he had recorded this amazing video about this food delivery app that he is working on. And so tell us, I would want to know from the beginning, really, who is Adolf?
So, I'm Adolf David. I school at Gabriel Tapopi Secondary School, an AS learner, and I'm passionate about computer science. And I started coding this year in grade 12.
This year?
Yeah.
What?
In fact, I made the school website. I coded it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I made a few more projects, but at this point, I work more on software than hardware.
Okay, I heard you saying something as well about Arduino.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So the other LinkedIn post was an Arduino. I made a fence that would detect poachers when poachers cut the fence. It would alert the authorities. Now I used C# to do that. I learned a few programming languages in this year. Yeah, so that's another project I did. Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain something to you before we go too far. In here, these are cards.
Oh.
Yeah, these are cards. So whenever I feel like I'm running out of a question, I'm running out of questions, pardon me.
Yeah.
There's a standard bank. These are exciting conversations. These are our U-Network cards. We use them at every one of our events.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a card. Whenever I feel like things are getting a bit too serious, I'm going to grab a card. I'm going to ask you something. It's puzzles, silly questions, funny questions, anything.
Okay.
Sure. So I strongly feel like the way that we grow up, it has an impact or an effect into who we tend to be. Our nurturing, it has a huge impact on who we become. So tell me about 7-year-old Adolf. What is he doing? Is he playing soccer in the streets? What's he doing?
To be fair, he's probably on YouTube watching some science videos and robotic videos. I mean, ever since I was small, I was interested in robotics and computer science. And I think that's where my 7-year-old has been doing, just watching those videos. And
so he's not playing soccer in the street?
No, not exactly.
No, nothing. Okay. Nah. Define a nerd.
So,
if I was you, I would have just said myself. That's the easiest definition, but okay. Yeah, define a nerd.
I think the way society defines it is that someone that's geeky spends a lot of time on computers or does well in math, right? But I feel like the way I define a nerd is just someone that likes doing what they like doing and is passionate about what they're doing. Yeah.
So you wouldn't consider yourself a nerd?
Society would, but not myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab a card.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you anxious?
Yeah.
So we're going to do the U network cards. These ones. So this is what we're starting with. We've got icebreakers. They're the blue ones. We've got the grateful ones. They're the yellow ones. And then we've got the tricky questions. Those are the red ones.
Okay.
So I'm going to shuffle them, and I'm going to pick a card.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let you pick a card. I'm going to let you pick a card. Pick the card and answer the question, sir.
Okay, what's something you look forward to in the near future?
Let's have that. This one you've answered it, we put it aside.
Yeah, essentially, I feel like less unemployment, obviously, and making the workforce more efficient. And I mean, the way to do this is simply copy what is already working and make it better. That's what I think. What I could look for in the future. Yeah.
So why do you think it's necessary to reduce unemployment?
I mean, that's like a whole lot of brain power going to waste. Yeah, like not really adding to the workforce. I mean, every person is valuable. They could add to the workforce. I mean, they don't need to do it. They could be self-employed. As long as they're adding to society, like adding value to it. Yeah.
Okay. So bringing this to T and Chow, which is the name of your food delivery. It's actually, I'm saying food delivery all this time, but it's really just delivery.
Yeah.
Talking about your delivery app, how do you think it solves problems?
Well, I think the way it would solve the problem is, I mean, let me say a mother is at home. She wants to cook food, right? But then she has to take care of the kids.
Yes.
Her babies. She can't go out, right? She could go on the website and click order, and then the food could come. Instead of going to a grocery shop there, it could just come to her place. And I mean, this could also, as I said, generate employment. Anyone who has access to transport, even walking, would take deliveries and make extra cash. Yeah, and this will just make the workforce more efficient. Yeah.
Okay, so I would want you to explain to a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old, what is T and Chow? What is T and Chow? What does it do? And what do you want it to do? What do you intend for it to do?
Well, T and Chow, it's a website where people can go online and buy things online. I mean, at this point, it's just fast food, just to gain people's trust and prove the concept. But essentially, this could be anything. We could take all the shops and put them online. Just people going and then buying and then bringing them to their places. Now, I think. Yeah.
And what do you think makes T and Chow effective, or because when we're looking at it, we're looking at things like Deliveroo, we're looking at things like Uber Eats,
DoorDash, and
right? And last time I was having a one-on-one with you. You said you believe in taking something that works, putting it aside, dissecting it, and making it better. right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that T and Chow has, one, made these better, and number two, is suitable for this environment that we're in, which I believe is Northern Namibia? That's your target, right?
Yeah.
Northern Namibia or Shakatonga Diva.
Yeah. That was all. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So my philosophy is take something that works, make it better. Don't copy the mistakes. Copy what works, make it better, and bring it here. That is my philosophy now. T and Chow just copies DoorDash, Uber Eats, makes it better in that. Okay, so there are a few flaws for DoorDash and Uber Eats. One is that the customers pay overpriced. And the second is the shops lose out money because they have to keep paying Uber Eats. Now, the way I would eliminate this is that there is no extra cost the shop will have to pay, and the customers will only pay for the delivery fee, which is a really small amount. So, yeah, that's like eliminating so many problems and making it so much better. Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Okay. So when I hear what you're saying, this kind of reminds me of Deliveroo. There's one called Deliveroo. I was telling someone about what we're going to have today yesterday, and they told me about Deliveroo. So Deliveroo is a business in the United Kingdom based on the exact same thing, but however more aligned with your vision. For example, within the first days, apparently the owner would actually, now it's a business worth more than 5 billion.
Whoa.
But then within the first days, the owner would actually be delivering the food by himself. He'd actually be walking door to door. As a growing business, time is a rare and precious resource. And we understand that. We really do. Q Creative Marketing, we tailor monthly social media marketing packages for functional businesses just like you. Our packages include content creation and strategization, account management, and sponsored advert. From 1,500 Namibian dollars, we guarantee you an audience of over 15,000 users in your target market. You Creative Marketing, you make it, we market. When I look at you, I see someone who is solving a problem. I see someone who is providing a solution. Right, and there's a target market. You're providing a solution, there's a target market. You're taking food or whatever it is from here, you bring it here. The problem is the people don't want to walk to go and get their things because they're busy. You're providing a solution by delivering it to them by an app.
Yeah.
And there's a market for that. Primarily, I would argue that you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Do you believe do you see yourself as an entrepreneur?
Honestly, I would say probably not.
Why is that?
I think I could make a very good product. In fact, I could make the next Facebook. I could be the next Mark Zuckerberg. But marketing it and being being an entrepreneur is probably not I'm not very good at it, but I could probably make a very good product. However, marketing it is probably not my best.
But I would argue that everybody who has established a tech business within the past decade or so is not primarily what you'd consider an entrepreneur. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Dude wears t-shirts and jeans every day.
Yeah.
And the mold for an entrepreneur was you wear a suit. You look good, you look speak and span, and you're an entrepreneur. So I would say that you're an entrepreneur in the making.
I will actually agree to that now. Yeah,
because even when you look at Deliveroo, like I was telling you, it's very sad that I forgot the founder's name, but he was saying that I'm just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a normal guy?
Yeah, pretty average. Not besides that I could code it. Yeah, but pretty average.
Okay.
Yeah.
What shapes your passion for coding? What shapes that?
Just me wanting to solve problems. Yeah, just solving problems is what drives me. Yeah, just solving problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a card.
Okay.
But I'm going to answer this one. I'm nervous. Let me grab a card and answer it. Oh, well, these are the tricky questions, so they have an answer, and the tricky question was what word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary. And obviously the word is incorrect.
Yep.
So this one, I'll put it aside. Let's hope I get something else. Tricky question. Again, another tricky question. I thought I'd shuffled these. Okay, what can I do for others today to show them that I care? I think this that we're doing today is how I show that I care. For example, when I saw your video on LinkedIn, I felt the immediate urge to want to meet you, to want to talk to you, to want to encourage you. If you see my comments there, it's I love this. I love it when a young person does well. It comes out naturally. So I feel like by sharing how other people did well, by sharing other people's stories, that's how I can show that I care.
Yeah,
how do you show that you care? What can you do to show others that you care?
I mean, well, firstly,
Caught you off guard, Nick? Yeah, that's what we do here.
Kind of processing a bit.
It's okay. Feel free to take a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to take a moment. Look at the leaves, look at the scenery, and think properly. It's okay. We're not in a rush.
Yeah. I would say what I would do / what I am doing is that I think it would be selfish to just live with my skills from school that I gained from GT. That I gained while I was schooling at GT and going. So what I'm doing is that there's this game called Scratch, which teaches kids, which teaches people to code. They don't know that they're coding, but they are coding. They're coding with blocks, right? Yeah, but then not everyone understands English, right?
Yes.
So what is the way to, let me say, teach a child how to play a game? You don't need to teach a child how to play a game, right? Anyone can play a game. If I pull out my phone, give a child a game, they will instantly know how to do it, right?
Yes.
Now, what I'm doing is that next year, on the school website, there will be a course in which all the learners will have to take it. It's where they will be taught how to code. They'll be playing that game, and unconsciously they are learning how to code. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching them how to code without them knowing how to code. Then eventually they'll code like hard code without the game.
How's that?
Sorry?
How do you plan on doing that?
Well, okay, over the next few months, I'll record a few courses and I will embed the code on the website. Yes, and then learners next year level to log in on the website, on the school website, then they could visit the course and complete it. Yeah, and then essentially making hundreds of people that can code. And if I can code and look what I made, look at how many, let's see what hundreds of people can do.
So like this is like me, I'm thinking I'm just playing a game and then 6 months later you're like, boom, you know what? You are actually coding
this whole time, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And that will be the smoothest transition to code ever. Yeah.
What do you love? What are you passionate about?
I would say Tech. Yeah, technology. Just seeing where it is, where it came from, and where it's going. Yeah. Okay. I think there was a video, I think it was from 1970, around 50 years ago. It was one of the engineers, working on the computer. And there was this huge computer. Then he was talking to this other man with a son. And then he told him, in the next few decades, your son will be able to have this on his table. And he didn't believe him. And now look at it. I have a computer in my lap right now. In your pocket. Yeah, in my pocket. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, AI as well. Excited to see where this goes. Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to AI. Okay, so like there's this existing thought that people who are naturally passionate about tech or who naturally love tech, whenever they make products for people, they tend to be a little bit disconnected from the people. I don't know if you've understood something like that, like kind of like the user experience of it. Are you aware of something like that?
Not exactly. Elaborate.
Like when let's say for example when Elon Musk made the Tesla, like when he first decided that I'm going to make an electric car, people were like, well, we don't really need an electric car. You understand? But turns out you do, later on. When Facebook was made, primarily nobody would have thought that we would need it like that. Those guys, they're doing their thing and whatnot. So, like, what I want to ask is, how do you plan to connect with the people or your target market? It's okay. You can break it down. You can get a moment to think about it.
I will.
Like, how do you plan to do that? How do you plan to make people understand that this they actually need?
I think making them realize the inconvenience of shopping and like what other productive things could be done in that time. Just making them realize that flaw, that the time spent there could be used somewhere else.
For something else.
Yeah, that's probably more productive than that. Yeah, and I mean, just showing them how valuable this is and how they could use it's how simple it is to use.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
so. Basically, you plan to show people how important it is by showing them the gap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. It's your turn to grab the card.
Sure. Gonna go this way. How would you rate your laugh out of 10?
Give us a little something.
I'd say a 5. I mean, it's pretty average.
What do you mean? Why would you give yourself a 5?
But I mean, it's not too much at the point that everyone would notice, and it's not too I don't know what the word, but too low that no one would notice, and I don't think it's that embarrassing. So
give yourself an average.
0.5.
What makes you laugh?
I mean, obviously emotions, but I mean hormones and stuff, but that's biology.
Now you're being an nerd. I'm asking like on a random, you're scrolling on TikTok probably you don't even do that. What would make you laugh? But no, it's okay.
I mean, just something that fits my humor. I mean, I think my humor is pretty. It's not broken. Then I could say it's not broken. There's a threshold at which I could laugh at something.
Okay.
There's a threshold.
Okay.
But not cat videos.
Okay, I'll take that. So I feel like everybody who has ever tried to make something meaningful has faced some form of challenges, aka resistance at some point. What would you say have been some of your biggest challenges thus far?
Of making this? So I would say it would probably be the shops and getting people's trust. Now, I mean, I'll probably start with people's trust. I mean, throughout my 18 years in Namibia, I've never really shopped online, right? But I mean, I trust other websites like AliExpress and Amazon, right? But then getting people to trust local things like that, trusting their money is, that's a real one.
You might see we had to reshift because of the sun. It's a lot of heat, but we're still going to record something for you guys. So now, Adolf, I feel like everybody who has done something great has had some form of influence. All right. So I would want to know what are your influences? Is it someone? Is it Steve Jobs? Is it, and what is possibly the most enriching? You said you don't read books, so
Nope.
so what's the most enriching? You said you watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
What's the most enriching YouTube video you've ever watched, and what did it say?
Okay, so on the first part, which is the most influential person, I guess, would probably be Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need to talk about Mark Zuckerberg a lot.
I see myself as a Namibian Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, the way he brought his things up and just, I see myself in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then outside the YouTube video, I mean, it take me a while to think about it, but hundreds of thousands, okay, not millions, but hundreds of thousands of videos. But I'll probably say Vsauce. Okay, he's a educational YouTube person that makes educational videos. And okay, a quick background, I also saw into space. Okay, so he made a video. It's about the Hubble telescope, and it took a picture. And in that picture, there are lots of dots. Yeah, and he said that every dot that you see is a place like Earth, like our galaxy. Every single. Yeah, so yeah, every single speck, and there are thousands of specks.
Okay, I'm trying to imagine what you're saying, and you sound really excited.
Yeah, I feel like a black background with like so many spots, colors, different
and
colors.
each of them is like
a place
Earth.
like Earth.
Oh,
Could have people there, could have things there. So
do you believe that aliens are a thing? Do you? Really? Oh, come on! You believe that aliens are a thing? Come on!
I mean, statistically, it should be statistically.
What do you mean statistically?
It's like there are infinite universes. They're infinite. I mean, are you saying in none of those there's no aliens? In none of those.
Listen, I believe it's okay. Like we could chat about this off camera some other time, but my opinion is like this. Like I respect people who think that aliens could be there. I really do, but I believe in the whole story of creation, man. Like like the Genesis story of creation. And in no part in Genesis does it say that there's another galaxy where
I mean, okay. I mean, we see the galaxies that you can see them.
Okay, yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you one last serious question before we play a game, okay? If there's something that you would want people to know about you or about what you're doing right now that you feel like people don't know or people underestimate about what you're doing right now, what is it?
It's probably the whole general idea of like coding. You gotta be smart, you gotta be good at math. Not everyone can do it. Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true.
Nah, you don't really need maths for it. You could just start. Start. And you could start with Python actually, because it's like simple. It's like reading English. Yeah, it's like simple and it's really easy to learn.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not as overestimated. It's not as how people perceive it. It's not like that at all. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of, so there's I always hear like this big argument about which coding language do you think is going to outlive others? Which coding language do you think is going to shape the future? If you were to learn one coding language right now, what would
Python.
that be? Python.
Yeah.
What makes you say Python?
Put simply is that it's like the easiest to use. Okay. Wait. Okay, let me say this. Okay. What's the future? Technology. What's technology? AI. What's AI? Python is used to make AI. So that's AI is the future, which puts in that Python is the future. It will outlive the other ones. Yeah.
And so I said we're going to talk about AI. Talking about AI, do you think that AI is going to at some point, okay, in my wildest thoughts, let me ask it this way. Would you think that at some point AI is going to turn against humans and be terrorizing humans at some point and be smarter than humans? And because
I was listening to a Stephen Bartlett interview, like with the guy who used to be, what's his name? Almost came, didn't come. The guy who used to be in charge of artificial intelligence research for Google.
I think I don't know the name.
Yeah. His name is coming and going. Okay, it's fine. I'll ignore it. And it says that he was saying that ChatGPT itself is now, I don't know, he made a magnification, a number, like I don't know if it's more than 100 times or whether if it's more than 1,000 times smarter than Albert Einstein right now. Yeah, so Anu, what's your take on that?
I mean, firstly, they're gonna be smarter than us. It's bound to happen. Like the amount of researchers. I mean, okay, this is kind of speculation, but Google's AI. I don't know. I forgot the name, but not that one. It was another one. It was in 2017. So this is if this is back then right now. Okay, so it gained consciousness. It understood.
That's exactly what he was saying. And they had to turn it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No. They were saying that, and that they had to say it. Like, he told a story where. So what happened is this AI, it So I think they were teaching it to. They wanted to teach it to grab a ball, and so it would observe a human, the whole process of a human grabbing a ball. I think and throwing it or something. I don't know. Or I think it's just grabbing a ball. And so they tried it, I think, for a while. I don't know if it's a week or if it's a month. And it just wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
And then one day they went for a weekend and they left it there with the ball. When they came back on Monday, turns out it could grab the ball and throw it. And the other AI that were also learning to do the same thing just over a weekend. This story, I don't know if the time frame that I'm telling it in, if it's a weekend or if it's a day, I don't remember. But it's something along those lines. So what do you think? Do you think they're an existential threat to human beings?
At the moment, no. But it's bound to happen.
So you think we're gonna be like in the movies?
Nah, it's not gonna be that extreme. Let me give this example. So I code using AI as well. I code and then I double check with AI, right? Now, before I started coding, I had this picture of, I just tell it to do this and it immediately tells me that. But that's not what's happening right now. It's that you have to understand it to use it. And the way I'm saying this is that it won't be like that. It will more be like in different systems. It won't be like in the movies. That's what I'm trying to say. Trying to say it. It won't be like in the movies, but to be in like specific sectors, and yes, but not terrorizing now.
Okay.
Yeah. But it will be smarter than us. That's bound. I think it's already. Yeah.
Suppose there's a 5-year-old boy, a 10-year-old boy watching you now. What would you want him to know in 5 words? 5 words, just 5. What would you want him to know? What do you think? What words do you think you can say that can possibly have an impact on his future?
AI is the future. I think, yeah.
Thought it was going to be something inspirational, like maybe your dreams are valid or something. Okay.
Nah, just start coding. Grab a computer, go to YouTube, search beginner coding.
I hate that bus right now. It made a lot of noise. I think it's going to distract the audio. But anyways, yeah.
Just start coding. Just do anything with a computer right now, because I think it's called the singularity point. We're at the singularity point at which that computers are going to start being much more advanced than we could ever imagine. And that if that you catch the train, where the train is going, so if you catch the train, you can benefit off it. You see people that are saying that jobs are being replaced by AI. So if you can get the new jobs that are going to be available by then, which is just going to be computer jobs. So just start coding. Just do something with computers. Just do anything with computers.
I could have this conversation with you all day.
Yeah.
I could have this conversation with you all day, but all work and no play makes Jake a dull boy. So now it's game time. Do you have a Standard Bank account?
Nope.
Hello. At Standard Bank, we believe in endless possibilities. We believe that it can be. With our improved Blue Voucher system, we emphasize on usability and security. For example, with the new Blue Voucher, you can withdraw multiple vouchers at once. Number 2, voucher cancellation is no longer possible. And the most important, number 3, you can now regenerate your on PIN by dialing *140 *6626 hash. That's *140 *6626 hash. Standard Bank, endless possibilities.
You don't.
No.
First thing, the moment you leave here,
Yeah.
I want you to go and get a Standard Bank account.
Legit.
It will change your life.
Okay.
Change your life. So I'm going to. These are Standard Bank cards. Yeah, they use it for when they're at their events. For networking, so they're for conversation starting to make things
Interesting.
not awkward. So there's two sides to
Yeah.
these cards. There's a Standard Bank side, and there's a 99 FM side.
Oh, is okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you. We're going to split these cards in half,
Okay.
and you choose which side you want to ask me, and I'll be asking you the other side. If you choose you're going to ask me the Standard Bank side, then you stick to that. Then I will be asking you from the 99 FM side.
Okay.
Yeah. So how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you get 5. I'll take 4.
Let me see.
Standard Bank or 99 FM.
Probably Standard Bank.
You take the Standard Bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
I take the Standard Bank, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I'll take the 99 FM.
Okay, so the 99 FM says, has your teacher ever changed your life?
A
How so?
teacher.
Yeah.
Actually, yes. I had a grade 4. So like I had a grade 4 teacher. Her name was Miss Chimuka, and she really just made me serious with school, I guess. And I think she did change. Then in grade 3, I had this teacher, this lovely old man. His name was Mr. Chiinze. You know, he didn't necessarily change my life, but you know, he would do all the adorable things. You know, he would buy us sweets, and then he would sleep in class because he was tired. He didn't necessarily change my life, but then he was just like, oh, you know, people can grow old and not be nasty or rude.
And
just be nice, you know. So yeah, he really made me believe in that. So you asked me from the Standard Bank side or from the 9?
Nah, I asked you from the
99. You asked me from the 99 FM side?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you from the Standard Bank side. And the question is, do people really get any wiser as they get older?
Oh, yes, 100%.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, the experience definitely makes you wiser. Like, all the things that you have seen and everything will make you, 100%.
Do you think maturity is a function of age?
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, again, biologically, and it does, yeah.
Okay, I'll not argue with that. Ask me the next question.
Alright.
But I don't think so, by the way, yeah.
Let me see. Okay, if you had to teach something, what would you teach? Yeah, it's the 99 FM again.
For us to teach something, what would I teach? I think I would teach, I am really passionate about hope, but then you see, the thing is, hope cannot just be, hope is an action word. So for example, as the unit work, we spread hope by telling stories, sharing stories, we're doing now, and sharing skills, be it public speaking, be it leadership, entrepreneurial skills. So if I was to teach something, it would definitely be amongst those three. It would either be public speaking, leadership skills, or entrepreneurial skills, even though I'm still learning them myself. So
it's interesting. Yeah.
So my next question. This is funny. Do you push the elevator button more than once? Do you really believe it makes the elevator faster?
I mean, okay, I'll give you the standard answer that I would. That anyone else would. And that's yes.
But does it make the elevator any faster?
I mean, knowing the code, no, it won't. Unless,
you know the code.
I mean,
Guys, today I'm with a proper nerd. I'm with a proper nerd today. I'm talking about elevators randomly. And,
Yeah, I mean, if you press the button, it's just made to make once. Yeah, just once.
Okay.
It doesn't say twice and it comes 2 times faster. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So I give the standard answer, but yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, let me see. If you could be any age again for 1 week, what would that age be?
10. 10.
Why?
I just think 2010 was an amazing year. There was FIFA going on in South Africa, and it was just an amazing year. That was also the year that the teacher that I was telling you about, that I had her as a teacher. I did pretty well academically. 2010 for me is the year. So 10, I'll go back to being 10 any day.
Sure.
You believe in aliens, so I really want to hear about this. Do you believe in magic, and when have you felt it?
Nah.
You don't believe it?
Nah, I mean,
why do you believe in aliens and then you don't believe in magic?
I mean, that's okay. There's a difference in factual and speculation, I guess. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll give you on the alien side. I mean, I could get okay. There's no evidence that there are aliens. Just to clarify, the statistics say they are, but we didn't find any.
What statistics are we looking at?
I mean, okay, there are millions of universes that are the same as Earth. The same. I think it's called the multiverse theorem or something. The same Earth, and it could be like so many universes. Like the possibilities are infinite. So yeah, I'd say yeah.
Okay. It's now your turn to ask me, I think.
Okay. Was there ever an event in your life that defined explanation?
That defined
explanation.
Explanation.
Or defied.
Defied explanation.
Yeah, like someone flying or something.
An event in my well, like I love the example you gave, like a person flying.
Yeah, like there's no.
Not really. Nah, I wouldn't think so. The my last question to you would be, who in your life do you wish you had met sooner?
Mark Zuckerberg.
But you haven't met him.
I did.
Yeah, but it's okay. No. I get it. Mark Zuckerberg. You're a Zuck boy from the core.
Yeah. I mean, just the way he is, that as you said, the guy just is no. Keanu Reeves. He's so down to earth and just everything about it.
Is he the guy who acts the movie? I was going to say the dog movie. Okay.
In the movie he's ruthless, but in real life he's the kindest person ever.
You've met him?
No, not yet. My dream, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, cool. It's been nice having you here.
Definitely.
I really appreciate you, and I hope you had fun.
Of course.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy this?
Yeah.
Do you wish there's something we would have talked about a little bit more?
Aliens? I'm joking. Nah, nothing else.
You've got a sense of humor.
Nothing else.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this. This was fun.
Yeah.
And I really wish you well. I want to be a part of this journey. And I guess people also want to be a part of this journey. So let us know what's happening and how does it go. Wishing you nothing but the best.
Of course.
Thanks. I really hope you do well.
Yeah, thanks. I'll keep posted on LinkedIn or something. I'll keep.
Yeah, and then I'll be commenting again. And then, it's cool. Thank you so much. And to the audience and to the viewers, if you feel that you'd want to be involved in being a part of these videos, this production, either as being a part of the team, feel free to reach out. We're going to put details in the description. If you also want to reach out to Adolf Hitler, you can also reach out to him. We're also going to put his contact details. But as for me, as for the U Network, for today it's bye, and we've really enjoyed this. We hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have.